How do? Time for another beer review. For this one, we're going back to Brew York, and this is Imp My Ride. It is an imperial milk stout coming in at 7.5% in a 440ml can. So, typical Brew York, they like to do their play on words and their puns. We've got like Rhubarb Streisand for Barbara Streisand, and there was Goose Willis instead of Bruce Willis. Well, this one's obviously a play on the TV programme Pimp My Ride, because we've got the pimped up car in the background. So it says on the back, we've imped up our Brew York stout base blueprint up to 7.5%, added our classic customised complex malt bill for a rich chocolate interior, and with a final addition of lactose, it's ready to cruise through town, leaving other imperial stouts in its dust. Big imping. So yeah, so we'll see what we get. 7.5% imperial stout. Mate, I think I look at imperial stouts at different strengths to what I do for IPAs. So just in the comments, if you watch this, where do you think an imperial stout starts at ABV wise? Because normally I'm thinking around 10. So but just fire in the comments, just out of curiosity more than anything. 7.5% I would have said was a double IPA, but does that make it an imperial stout? I don't know. Am I confusing things? Am I looking into it too much? Probably. Right, beer in a glass. We've got jet black. There's a slight brown hue at the bottom of the glass. We've got a mocha head, quite spacious bubbles in it. Let's get the nose. Yeah, I'm getting chocolate, a hint of roastiness, subtle red berry. Actually smells quite nice. Right, cheers everybody. That ain't a bad stout. I quite like that. The lactose really helps the body. It gives it that real creamy body, which really helps. Flavour wise, there is a touch of like a roastiness on the finish. A lot of chocolate in it. Very malty, Ovaltine like. Subtle red berry as it enters the mouth, leaving a slightly bitter finish, but not massively bitter. It's not overly sweet. I think it kind of works. Sometimes with milk stouts they can be very sweet. I think they've got it quite well balanced in that sense. So I quite like that one. Just doing what Brew York do. They always put these little spidergrams on the back of the can. So they're saying that it's right at the far end of being of a malt one, and I would say it is a malty stout. Low in bitterness, medium mouthfeel, and they've put it on like 4 out of 5 for sweetness, which I would say is probably slightly high. I would have probably went for a 2 or a 3, but other than that, I can't argue with where everything is on the spider chart. I did the birthday series of stouts recently. It's not to that level, but it's still a very nice stout. Not overly complex, but enjoyable. So I would drink that again, and it wasn't an expensive one. I think I got it in Tremor Madness, but it wasn't like you see some of the prices of some of the stouts, and they can be quite high. This was reasonably priced, so yeah, it wasn't a bad one. So that is Imp My Ride from Brew York. So I'll add that to my Brew York playlist. Thanks for watching, and on to the next one. Cheers.